Today we're going to be revisiting Battlefield 4. A great way to test just how alive a game is by checking the server browser, and thankfully Battlefield has always been one of the console games that actually has a server browser, so let's go ahead and click it. And 4 lobbies, I mean, that's okay. The pings are looking really terrible too. Literally 1 ping on all of these. I mean, maybe it's just something that it's a little deceptive. Maybe that's actually not right. Let's go ahead and join into the TDM one first, just to see what the ping is actually looking like. And if this is somewhat decent, then we'll hop over to the Conquest one. Unfortunately, I'm not too high of a level over here on my Xbox One account, and I also don't have that much stuff unlocked. Whenever I played Battlefield 4 back in the day, I actually played it on the Xbox 360 and the PS3. It said it had a 1 ping, and I mean, oh gosh, look at these graphics. Yeah, I was gonna say the graphics were taking a second to load in there. I know the graphics weren't that bad on this game. The Battlefield games, literally all of them, graphically speaking, have all aged phenomenally well. Even when you go back to Battlefield Bad Company 2 or Battlefield 3, those games still look fantastic. I knew that ping chart couldn't have been accurate because yeah, we're in the game now and there's literally no lag that I can see with the other players or with myself. This game is almost over as is, just has a couple more kills to go, so we'll just stick it out until the end and then we'll hop into that Conquest match. Unfortunately, I really didn't get to play the next gen versions of the game at the time. By the time that I had actually gotten an Xbox One and I was thinking about getting Battlefield, they had already announced Battlefield 1, so I was like, hey, you know what, I'll just hold out until then. And thankfully, I ended up pre-ordering Battlefield 1 and getting one of the ultra special deluxe editions, and yeah, I played the crap out of Battlefield 1. There's 2 Conquests going on. You know what, we'll go with this one just because there's some more players in it. I'm just happy that this game is still alive, because when it comes to older shooters like this, right, they fall into one of 2 categories. They're either absolutely dead, or they're still surprisingly thriving with a dedicated community. One thing I must say is it's really weird how every time when I first get into the game, the graphics just don't load it. This literally looks like PS2 graphics. And then slowly but surely, everything loads in and the game just looks beautiful again. Again, the ping was saying that it was only a 1 bar, but I mean, surprisingly, everything feels smooth. The teammates are running around, nobody's lagging around or anything like that. You know what? I'm gonna get into a car. Meet me. I don't know where these dudes are at, but I'm just gonna ram into them. My team is losing right now, but I do believe that we can bring it back. We're gonna go for A here first. We're gonna try. I really want to win this match. We're on A. All right, we got somebody over there. Can I oh, dang, that guy was really low in health. I got a lucky kill right there. I'm not gonna lie, despite the fact that I have played a lot of Battlefield, this is one of those games where no matter how much I play it, I've never gotten good at it. Usually the only way that I get kills in these games is if my teammates soften them up for me first. I'm a really good objective player though. I'm good at holding down points and holding down the flags and helping my team win on that sense. So I mean, hey, at the end of the day, that's all that really matters, right? Oh gosh, no. See, this is what I'm talking about. When it comes to one-on-one engagements, I'm probably gonna die. Where did that guy go? Wait, he's right there. Gonna pull out the pistol. Come on. Beat me, mate. My aim assist is helping me out a bit here. There we go. I'm proud of myself. I actually just won a one-on-one gunfight. There's another guy up there on the hill. Yeah, I'm not gonna take him on with the bullet drop and everything. Where did I even get shot? That's another thing with Battlefield games. I'm really bad at checking my surroundings, so half the time when I do die, I have no idea where I got killed from. Man, I really miss the late 2000s, Battlefield 3, Halo 3, and Call of Duty all going head-to-head. It was such a different time, and the thing is, there was a lot of crossover between these communities. Me personally, I played all 3 of them, Halo, Battlefield, and Call of Duty, and the thing is, just because you were good at one of them doesn't mean you were good at the other ones, because for me personally, if I'm gonna be honest, I did always end up maining COD. That was always my main shooter, but I still played a ton of Battlefield and Halo. And I can definitely say, going from Call of Duty to Battlefield to Halo or whatever, your skills don't necessarily transfer from one to the other. You have to be good at certain things in all of these games, and there's a tank right there. Please stay away from me. I'm getting absolutely obliterated so far, but you know what? That's okay, because at least I'm helping my team hold down the points. Now, if there's anything that I learned from that Battlefield 2042 video that we made a while ago, which if you haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend it. It was a video called Was Battlefield 2042 Really That Bad? For some reason, when I was using ARs in that game, I did absolutely terrible, but as soon as I pulled out a sniper rifle, I was doing amazing from that point on. And that's really reversed for me, because usually I'm terrible at sniping, but I'm amazing with assault rifles. In Call of Duty, I'll be dropping shrieks and nukes like it's nothing, but when it comes to snipers in that game, you know, I'm not bad with snipers in that game, but I'm okay at it. But in Battlefield, it's polar opposites. The only way that I stand a chance is if I'm sniping. Battlefield 4 is actually one of the rare occasions where I had just as much time time played on PC as I did on console. I forget how I ended up getting it, but all I know is that I do have a copy of this game on one of the PC launchers, because one of the launchers were giving the game away for free at some point, and then I ended up re-downloading it, and this was after the game's main life cycle. Like, during the game's main life cycle, when it was like the new Battlefield game, I mainly played again on the Xbox 360 and PS3. Later on down the line, like, it was sometime after Battlefield 1 had come out and one of the PC launchers had given it away, I got on that game and I played it for a while. I'm pretty confident in saying that my playtime on the PC version of the game is most certainly in the triple digits. Like, I played this game a ton when I first got into there, and it was cool because normally when it comes to just like playing video games in general, I normally play on console, but Battlefield is one of those where like, it doesn't matter where you play it, it feels good no matter the platform, right? Like, whether you're on PC or console, they almost both have a different feel, like a different way that the games play out. It's not enough to say that the two are like two completely different games, it's just that the two different player bases tend to play really differently. I don't necessarily prefer one over the other, it's just different experiences, and that's where I've been at lately, because lately I've been trying to play on my PC a little bit more just because I have so many games over there and I poured so much money into my Steam library that I just haven't touched in years. And while I can definitely say that more of my time will always be spent at my console setup, because that's just how I am. I like kicking back and chilling on the futon and playing some video games. You know, PC gaming, while it definitely never will ever be like as comfortable for me, personally speaking, as console gaming is, as much as I'll always prefer console, it is actually pretty fun getting on PC from time to time and just like, you know, getting on some of these older games, because the fact of the matter is, most of these older games have a more alive player base nowadays on PC compared to the console counterparts, mainly speaking like older Call of Duties through things like Plutonium, or like older Battlefield games like Battlefield 4 or Battlefield 1, when usually in the past it used to be vice versa before like the PC Master Race and just PC gaming in general became a much bigger thing. Originally, I was planning on making a Battlefield 1 video as well, but for some reason last night I got on and there was like literally nobody playing on Xbox, but I do also own this game on PC, so I'm going to download it over there today and see if there's any players over there, and if so, then I'll just make the video on PC when the time comes for that, which I would kind of be a shame because I have so much time spent on my Xbox account. I have so much stuff unlocked, and on PC, I don't even think I played it over there. Like, I played the campaign on PC just because I love the campaign. I can't even tell you how many times I played through the war stories on Battlefield. I played through it on Xbox, PS4, and PC. I loved it so much I had to play it multiple ways in every single way possible. But in terms of multiplayer on Battlefield 1 on PC, I'm not too sure how things are looking. If I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna take a bet right now, or I'm gonna take a guess and say that Battlefield 1 is probably the second most alive Battlefield, or maybe the third most. I'm guessing the top three are 2042, just because that's a new one, Battlefield 4, Battlefield 1, and then Battlefield 5 would be like right below that. Because I know for a while the general consensus that Battlefield 5 was just like, it was kind of like an iffy game, and honestly, I played it at launch and I had fun with it, but I didn't play it a whole lot. I honestly haven't dove in to play it since like 2018 or 2019 when it was like in its main like life cycle or whatever, so I would definitely love to know from you guys, is that game in a better place now? Is it more alive? Like, what even were people's problems with it in the first place? Because when I played it, like, I enjoyed it, I had fun with it, it's just that I ended up going back to Battlefield 1 after Battlefield 5. I kind of felt like calling that game Battlefield 5 was a little weird anyway, because like the Battlefield games were always like modern military sim games, or not necessarily military sim, but you know, they were more like grounded and quote unquote like realistic, and just always had like those modern military elements, and you know, just felt like a very grounded game. And while Battlefield 5 definitely was still that in a way, it went back to World War II, kind of ditched like the modern elements, and while there's nothing wrong with that, it's just that it was a main Battlefield entry. I feel like if anything, they should have just called it Battlefield 2 to follow up Battlefield 1, because Battlefield 1 was, you know, Battlefield World War 1, and then Battlefield 2 could have been like Battlefield World War 2, which is what Battlefield 5 was. I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on it. I apologize if the gameplay is some of the most utterly boring gameplay you guys have ever watched in Battlefield. This is normally how I play Battlefield. I don't go too crazy for kills. I usually just try to help my team out and capture the flags. Like, when it comes to Conquest, that's what I do. If an enemy gets in my way, I'll shoot them, but otherwise, I'm gonna help my team win. Oh, there's a tank coming up. No, okay, they're focused over by the train, so we're good. I was getting worried. I don't want to get blown up again. Boy, the flag is almost ours, and there we go. We got another flag captured. I really want to revisit Battlefront 2 in one of these videos. I just want to see how alive that game is now, how many people are still playing, what the community is looking like. I'm still praying that one day we can get a Battlefront 3, because as much as, you know, the launch for Battlefront 2 was admittedly fumbled by loot boxes and all that other stuff, now that EA has learned from their mistakes and they know not to, you know, force that stuff into the next Battlefront game, I truly do believe that Battlefront 3 could be something amazing, spectacular, and special. It's just a shame because I highly doubt that we're ever gonna see it. Anyways, believe it or not, I've been recording for quite a while now. I've been in this batch for a very long time. The cuts make it seem like it hasn't been that long, but trust me, it's been a while. And it still seems like there's no end in sight for this match, so this is where I'm gonna wrap things up for the video. I would definitely love to hear from you guys down below. What are your thoughts on Battlefield 4? What Battlefield game or just other games in general would you like to see me revisit next? Whatever it is, whatever you're thinking, I would definitely love to hear from you guys. But anyway, as always, a massive shout out and thank you to all the patrons and channel members. Thank you to all of you in the low baller tier, and an even bigger shout out and thank you to all of you in the big baller tier, Mellow Asking and Big Daddy Matty. And the biggest shout out and thank you to all of you in the G tier, Ron Avengers, and Little Cheese Hero. Thank you guys so much. You guys are literal legends. I love you. Thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. Stay beautiful. I love you all. Peace.